Hi everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great today. So today I'm back with another speed build for you guys, and this is actually a base game only house. I built this before we got the Switch update, so there's nothing new here. But I just wanted to build something with only base game, and actually this is the start of a new series that I'm gonna be working on. I don't know how often I'm gonna be posting about this, but I'm definitely gonna be working on this because I want to build Newcrest, and I want to do like an only base game type of save file. So I'm gonna be building everything in Newcrest. My idea is to like complete the world with different types of lots for base game only. So in case you only own the base game, you can definitely download this save file. But yeah, this is the first lot that I'm gonna be working on, and you see there's a house right next to this one that I already built, and also there's one in front of this lot, and those two houses are not part of the save file. When I built this house, I wasn't sure I was gonna start a new save file, so I'm actually building this in my base game save in the game, because I do have like a different save files for myself, just to have like different orders of things that I'm working on. So I do have my save file, like the proper save file that I've been working on for some years now, which is and not pack restricted, and you've seen many builds that I've been working on throughout the years. So that's one of the save files that I do have in my game. The other one is a base game one that is basically where I build my base game only builds in different lots and different worlds. So if I build like a base game and cats and dogs only build, it's gonna be in the save file, and things like that. I have my regular builds save file, so the ones that are not part of the KaarySims, those go in the other save file. And now I'm starting a new one that it's my building Newcrest save file. So yeah, this is definitely the start of this new save. And if it wasn't so clear, everything that I just mentioned about all the save files, I'm really sorry, but basically the houses that you see surrounding this one are not part of the save, like the building Newcrest save file. They're just part of different base game builds that I've been working on and that I posted some time ago, because all the houses that you see maybe surrounding this one are builds that I already uploaded to YouTube. So yeah, that was something that I wanted to clarify. So this is definitely the first build for this new save, and I already finished the second one. So that's why I decided to like proper mention that I'm gonna be starting this save file. Also, if I sound weird, if I mixed up some words, I just woke up from a 2-hour nap, and yeah, I wasn't sure I was gonna have like the whole clarity to be able to do a voiceover, like a proper one, because I need to focus. I just woke up. My boyfriend stayed with our son, so he gave me some time to sleep, and I think like it messed up with my brain a little bit. So if I mixed up some words, or if I say something that doesn't make much sense, just like very similar to all the save file explanation that I did, it's because of that. So I'm really sorry. I'm gonna be apologizing for that. But yeah, as I mentioned, that this house, I built it before we got the Switch update. So you see like all the old items that we used to have, and in the switches that there were in there for many years. I'm trying to create like a nice gate in here with these debug items. I ended up just adding this gate, like the proper gate that we have in game, that I actually really like. It's more of a Mediterranean type of gate, but I think it looks really nice with the bushes that I added as a fence in here. Also, the gate that is here that goes to the back of the build, it has that like weird switch. We didn't have the proper white one, like the full white one that we have now. So yeah, I had to use this one. But I hope you guys don't mind. Also, you can just go and modify anything that you want to modify about this build if you decide to download it from the gallery, because it's up already on the gallery. Lately, every time that I build, I just upload to the gallery all my builds. So if you watch a speed build, it most certainly is up on the gallery already, unless it's like an apartment or something, because sometimes I have problems uploading apartments to the gallery or just trying to divide everything because I use platforms and stuff like that. So yeah, but in this case this house is up on the gallery already, and I actually, believe it or not, used this couch before we got the like new swatches. I tried to use it. I ended up using this one, and I don't know why, because I definitely don't like most of the couches that we have in base game, and I've mentioned before how we are lacking on many items in the game when it comes to only base game. I ended up making it work. Every time that I build a base game only build, I make it work, but I just need more different like items. So you know that I always mention how we need more double beds in base game, and in this house we're gonna be having that problem again, that I just don't like the base game beds that we have, like the base game double beds, because the variety that we have is not that much, and they are not that nice, and they're too specific. But same thing happens with the couches. So we have like 3, 4, maybe 5 types of couches in base game, and all of them are really weird, except from the unlockable one that now we got more swatches of it. But still, all the new swatches that we got, they're really like 2014 base game swatches. It's not like we got a lot of pastels or a lot of neutrals. We just got that like I don't know, hot pink or kind of like hot purple swatches. We got all these like really base game, like really base game items, like color swatches and stuff like that. It's just sometimes it's not that easy to use. And yeah, you see me here, I'm gonna mention this before we move to the next part, but you see me that I'm using no CC gallery art. I'm gonna be posting, I think you already saw the name of the creator, so you can go and find all their creations on the gallery if you want. Remember that when you use no CC gallery art, this house is not gonna be marked as containing any kind of CC, because it does not. So it's just like paintings from reference that your Sims do. They are not marked as CC, so that's why I decided to use the like the no CC gallery art. And I don't know, I like it. I don't know why I used it, because I try not to use items that are not technically part of the game when I do base game builds. Like, it's something in my head that says, okay, I have to try to make the most out of what we have. But when it comes to paintings and when it comes to plants and everything that has to do with decoration inside the builds, like inside the houses and stuff like that, we are lacking a lot. So yeah, this time I decided not to struggle that much when it came to paintings, and only used these ones that are no CC gallery art. I'm gonna be using this set, like almost all of it. I'm gonna be using it throughout the build. So I didn't use any paintings that actually came with the base game. And I think that's the first time that I do something like that. So yeah, that's a little bit different for me. But as I mentioned, the name of the creator, I already posted it in here. I'm gonna be adding it to the description as well. And so you can go and find all their creations, because they're really nice. Actually, every time that I download no CC gallery art, I see a lot of talented people that create amazing things. But still, every time that I download no CC gallery art, I try to find the ones that are more similar to the aesthetic of the game. So nothing that has like English words or something that is not in Simlish, and nothing that is too real. So I go for something more cartoonish, something that has to do more with how the aesthetic of the game actually is. So yeah, something that blends in a little bit better with the rest of the items that I'm gonna be using. But yeah, now we're moving into the kitchen. I don't remember what I was talking about before I mentioned the no CC gallery art, so I'm gonna say that I already finished that point. and I'm gonna be moving on with the rest. So here I created this kind of breakfast nook because the kitchen was a little bit big, but we still had like the proper dining room that I already furnished. And of course I had to do this trick that I do every time that I create a kitchen for a family house or something like that. I try to create this section that it's like 4 items or 3, because it's just 2 pieces of the same sandwich, but it's 3 items that just express how lived in this house can be, and that's something that I really like. So yeah, I'm moving it to this part of the counters in the kitchen because I was thinking that because of the stove is on the other side, maybe your Sims are gonna be cooking in that corner counter that I first put these things on. So that's why I moved them to this part. I didn't play test this house, so I don't know what counter your Sim would actually use, but they have a lot of space. So if you need to move something, you can just grab it and move it, or maybe you can get rid of this sandwich section or something if you want. That's completely up to you. As I mentioned, you can definitely customize your builds in any way that you need. The only thing that I ask for is that you don't re-upload them to the gallery as your creation, and that you give all the credit because I actually built this house. So yeah, another thing that I wanted to mention, and I wanted to mention it in my previous video but I completely forgot about it, was that I've lately been really obsessed with Tiny Glade. If you don't know what Tiny Glade is, it's actually a new game that that was released like I think last week, and I'm obsessed building in that game. And if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen some builds already that I posted on Instagram because I really have been having a lot of fun. And I asked you on the community tab, and also I asked you on Instagram if you wanted me to upload some speed builds, because I've been actually recording some speed builds with that game. Of course, that would mean that maybe once in a month or something like that, I'm gonna be uploading creations that I do in Tiny Glade. But I'm really excited to share with you guys what I can do, because I think there's something about that game that it just is so relaxing and so cool, and also it helps me build things that I know that I am not able to build in The Sims. So building it in another game, I just think is really cool. So on Instagram, people said that they would like to see me uploading like builds from Tiny Glade. On YouTube, we had a tie, so it was a 50-50 percentage, but I'm gonna be uploading videos from time to time. So if you like it, you can just watch them, and if you don't like it, I would really appreciate it that you let me know in the comments down below. But just be nice, okay? Because I never upload things from another game that it's not The Sims, and it's not something that I'm gonna be doing quite often. I just don't have the time or the energy to play more games besides The Sims lately. So don't worry, because it's not gonna be like a new type of content. I'm just gonna be uploading some things from Tiny Glade from time to time, maybe, as I mentioned, once in a month or something like that. I don't think it's gonna be more like often than that, but we will see. So stay tuned, because my next video, it most probably going to be a Tiny Glade speed build. So I would really appreciate you guys' support. And yeah, I wanted to mention that we're working on the laundry room, and you would ask, Kaary, why are you adding a laundry room in a base game only build? Because a few years ago I created this tutorial on Instagram. There's a reel actually on how to create custom washer and dryers. Of course, they're not functional, but just for the realism and just to have something different in a build, I decided to create like a washer and dryer, and it's kind of a mudroom, so that's the only door that you have to the backyard in this build. So yeah, that's why I decided to do that. And we're working now on the office area. So yeah, I don't remember how many bedrooms and bathrooms this house ends up having, but it may be like 4 bedrooms probably and 4 bathrooms or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. But yeah, I just decided to do different things in here because I have been working on taking out everything from the debug menu lately, and there are many tricks that I have learned in the past couple of weeks that I started to do with the base game. And not only with the base game, but it's something that you can do when you have only base game, because we're very limited when it comes to base game. So like doing these tricks with the books, these are all debug books, and these are all books that your Sims should be able to read. I'm just putting them together in the shelf instead of using like the regular stack of books that we have, and just creating something a little bit different. And you see me here stacking them one on top of each other. So yeah, we have different ways in which we can actually do this with the debug books and stuff like that, and it gives a little bit of realism, and also it just helps a little bit to have something a little bit different in the build, so there's not like me placing the same stack of books over and over in every base game build. But I did add it in here and I'm gonna be adding some more of these books here on the desk. This is actually like a dining table that I decided to use instead of having like a proper desk, because I wanted to have like a three tile wide table. So that's why I decided to use this one. So we have like a big desk, and I'm gonna be stacking these books as well behind the computer. You don't see them that well in gameplay, like there's a certain angle in which you have to like put the camera in order to see them. So maybe this is a lot of work that wasn't worth it that much, but I just really liked it. And all these books are really colorful, and I really like the idea of stacking them together here, and just, I don't know, it's a different vibe, and I really like that. So yeah, you see me here putting all the books together. I'm gonna be rotating them, a few of them with a tool mod, and yeah, just placing them together. I don't know why this happened but I fixed it with the tool mod, and the tool mod is just a lifesaver for me. I don't know what I can do. I could do if I didn't have the tool mod. I mean, it's just like a really important part of my building process is using the tool mod. So if you don't have the tool mod, don't worry, because you don't need it in order to download this build. It's not gonna be marked as modded or anything like that, and that's the beauty of the tool mod. Like, you don't need to have it in your game in order to have the items in the positions that I placed them with the tool mod. So yeah, that's beautiful. So yeah, I needed to mention that in case you don't know what the tool mod is, because it's a really cool mod. But I know that some people just don't like to use mods in their games. Maybe some others playing console and they are not able to use any mods. So yeah, that's why I like to clarify that. But in case you want to use the tool mod, you want to learn how to use it, or you're like interested in learning a little bit more about it, there's a link in the description of all of my videos on where to download it. It's a safe platform because it's Twisted Mex's Patreon page, so that's the only place that I would actually download a mod from when it comes to Twisted Mexi. He's really talented. He has many mods that you can go and check out if you want. And also I did some tutorials, I think like 2 years ago, and there are reels that I have on Instagram, also some videos on TikTok. There are 30-second videos on how to use a tool mod, like the basics of the tool mod. So if you want to go and check them out, in case you want to learn a little bit more about that mod, you can just go and find it on my Instagram and also on my TikTok account if you want. And I think I uploaded them to YouTube as well, but I don't remember. I would be lying if I said I did, because I don't remember. But yeah, we're now working on the nursery. And I talked over the main bedroom, but I'm just gonna do a little bit of a summary, and this is the only thing that I'm gonna be mentioning about the main bedroom, because it's something that I mention every time that I do a base game only build. We need more double beds. I struggle trying to find a perfect bed that would suit the style of this house. This is a suburban house, and we don't have like anything that fits the style of the double beds when it comes to only base game. So please, Sims Team, give us more base game double beds. We need them. But yeah, this is a nursery. I wanted to go for a lot of like peachy colors and pinks, and this bed, I never use it, so I decided to go and use some items that I don't usually use when it comes to nurseries. And this is a toddler bedroom, and I really ended up liking it a lot. So yeah, some toys, this bed that it's supposed to be like a carriage or something, like a princess carriage, I think, and it's really nice. And this wallpaper, I used it throughout the whole build, I'm pretty sure, because I love the new swatches. I love how simple it looks and how versatile it is, and you can do many things with this wallpaper. And of course, this is an only base game wallpaper, so you can use it, and all of you guys have it in your games, so you can go and use it if you want. Now we're moving to the twin bedroom. So I was thinking that maybe these were like a set of twins, or maybe just two siblings that are really close in age and that they have to share the bedroom because they are similar in age, or maybe, as I mentioned, they're twins. And I really like the aesthetic that I was going for, and I wish I had waited until we got the swatch update to change the swatches of the books that I put on the dresser. But yeah, I didn't even know that we were gonna get a swatch update when I built this house, so it's not my fault. But you can definitely go and change anything that you want, all the swatches from new swatches if you want. But I was thinking that these kids were really kind of into science and arts. So one of them is into science and they have the science table, and the other one is into music, so they have the violin. And I wish we had more like musical instruments, like in general, for kids, and like in general different kinds of instruments. It would be great, because for kids in particular we only have the violin and they can learn how to play the piano. But in base game we only have like the grand piano, so we don't have like the stand-up pianos that we have in other packs, and the keyboard that we got with City Living. We only have the grand pianos, and those are definitely not suitable for every like a regular build. So this house, I wasn't thinking the family living in this house would actually have a grand piano, so that's why I didn't add one. But they definitely have a violin for the kid. So yeah, but I really wish we had like drums, or maybe flutes even, or I don't know, different instruments that were something more than just guitars, violins, and pianos. We need more, like a band pack or something like that. And maybe I would definitely really like to have drums, because those were instruments that I really like to use when we got The Sims 3. And every time that I did some gameplay, I would go and add a drum set, because I mean, when I was younger, I wanted to learn how to play the drums, and that's an instrument that I never got to learn how to play. So yeah, it would have been great, and that's something that I try to do in The Sims every time that I play The Sims 3. So I was obsessed with the drums, and also I really like the violin, and that's another instrument that I would have loved to learn how to play when I was younger. And that, I mean, we have it in the game, and that wasn't a problem for me. But the drums, I mean, I'm missing the drums. I really would love to have like a proper band pack or something like that. And I've been into that style for a while now, because I don't know if you remember, but I uploaded a few weeks ago a single dad house with a garage band. So I was thinking that the dad living in that house actually had a band, and they would practice in the garage. And I posted it a few weeks ago. So if you want to go and watch it, I'm going to be linking it. Also, I'm going to be adding like a card here on the video. And yeah, so you can go and watch it if you want. But I mean, we need more instruments. I think we're lacking in that department as well, and maybe getting like 1 or 2 versions in base game, and then the rest of the instruments we can get them in a pack or in a kit even. That would be great. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be getting more instruments or something like that, but I really wish we did. I wish we would have gotten more instruments in high school years. I think teenagers would learn how to play different instruments, and that would be great. But yeah, we didn't get them in that pack. So I'm really wishing that we get them in another pack. And I don't know what happened with that painting. I don't know why it was floating in there, because I didn't place it anywhere closer to that part. But that's a glitch that I got, and I just got rid of it. So yeah, I checked, and it was when it was supposed to go. So I don't know what happened, how it showed in there floating in the backyard. That was really weird. But yeah, speaking about glitches and things like that, I started working on the daily rewards that we're getting with like the Grim Reaper challenge that we got last week. And of course my game is glitched, so there's one part that I just cannot finish, and that's the part, the assistant of the Green Reaper, that part in which I have to plant a lily and a snapdragon. I've planted like 1,000 of them, and my game didn't mark them as a task that was completed. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish the rest of the quests, and because I didn't finish that one, I don't know what's gonna happen, because when I'm doing this voiceover, it's actually Monday, and we haven't had the update for the second week of the challenge. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But I don't know if you guys had any glitches with the Grim Reaper challenge, and if there's something that doesn't that it's not marked as completed in your game. And I don't know what the Sims team is doing about it, because I mean, I'm really stressed because I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish the tasks, if I'm going to be able to unlock all the items. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that in case you know what I can do to mark, like to get my game to mark it as complete. I don't know what to do. But yeah, we're working on the backyard now, and I decided to add a tree house because I haven't built a tree house in a game since we got the ones from Growing Together, and this backyard was already really big and I didn't know how to like fully use it. So I decided to create this tree house for the kids, and it ends up looking really nice. I actually really liked it, and it's like a kids area. So maybe I was thinking that the two kids that share the bedroom are the ones that spend a lot of time in the tree house. Maybe they have a group of friends and they come here after class and they just spend time together in the tree house, and maybe they do their homework in here if they want, because they do have a table, and also they can play, they can watch TV. And if you have a get together, you can add the console games, and they can actually play some video games if they want. So because I added some chairs and a TV as well, so you could definitely use this space if you had another packs to improve it a little bit and have a space for your kids to just spend time in here if they want. But yeah, I really liked it. And of course I used a debug tree, so every time the camera gets closer to it, it disappears, and that's something that is helpful when it comes to building, but also it can be a little bit tricky because you can put items where the trunk of the tree is. But yeah, I managed to make it work, and I added some decals in here to make it a little bit more colorful, because I wanted to stick to the idea of a tree house and using only woods. And I was thinking that maybe one of the parents, or maybe both of the parents, built this tree house for their kids, and they just wanted them to have everything for them to spend a lot of time in here. Of course, there's no bathroom in here. I have never seen a tree house with a bathroom, so yeah, but they do have a mini fridge, and they do have some counter space and a sink. And I don't know, they can just come here, grab a snack, and they can eat in here if they want. I don't remember if I added a microwave. I think that would be weird for a treehouse, but yep, I did add a microwave so they can microwave stuff in here if they want. But yeah, I used these chairs, like the animal version of them. I really like them, and I've been using them quite often in my builds lately. Like, I've rediscovered these items and I like them a lot. Hopefully in the future we will get more swatches, like different other items, maybe other types, different other animals I was trying to say. So that would be great if we had more swatches of those, of that chair, because it's beautiful. I really like it, but we don't have that many swatches, and some of them are kind of weird. But yeah, I used the koala and the grizzly bear. I think it's a grizzly bear. Maybe it's a sun bear. I don't know. I don't remember all my Planet Zoo knowledge right now, but I've seen that bear in Planet Zoo. That's the only thing that I know. But yeah, adding some string lights in here just to have more lights inside, and that's pretty much it for the tree house. I'm gonna be doing some landscaping. I think I added some plants in here. I didn't add anything for your Sims to play in the balcony of the tree house. I was thinking about adding the telescope, but it was looking really weird, so I decided against it. But I'm gonna be adding the telescope in the backyard, so your Sims can actually see the stars and stuff like that with the telescope. But yeah, we're adding more plants in here just to fill in the space a little bit, and not to have some like really empty spaces in here. That I just wanted to have a lot of plants. I'm trying to work a little bit more on my landscaping skills, so that's why I decided to just go crazy with plants. But yeah, adding some lounge chairs in here in the pool area and a grill, and I used this blue swatch that I think this is the first time that I use it. I always go for the black one when it comes to that grill, but this time I decided to go for the blue one because why not? I mean, we're trying to branch out and we're trying to do different things. So yeah, here's the telescope in that kind of golden swatch color that I would never choose, but for some reason I did choose. And I'm gonna be adding some garden pots in here so your Sims can actually do some gardening. And now we're moving to the front area. I completely forgot that we had the garage, and there's nothing going on, like nothing really important going on in the garage. I'm gonna be adding the woodworking table. I'm gonna be adding a debug car, and I added a ceiling fan, the one that we got with the update, I think last year. But I didn't notice that it kind of glitches with the with the car, so you can get rid of it. But I realized that after I took the screenshots, and that I had already uploaded the build to the gallery, but I don't know why I didn't notice. You can see that it's really noticeable. But yeah, we're heading to the end of the video now, so I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, please remember to like this video, also comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also follow me on social media. Links are all in the description down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Enjoy the screenshots. Goodbye.